Hey everybody, welcome to day 44 of the Daily Stoic. All right, this is a long quote today, so bear with me, all right? Here we go. Whenever you get an impression of some pleasure, as with any impression, guard yourself from being carried away by it. Let it await your action. Give yourself a pause. After that, bring to mind both times. First, when you have enjoyed the pleasure, and later, when you will regret it or dislike yourself. Then compare to those the joy and satisfaction you'd feel from abstaining altogether. However, if a seemingly appropriate time arises to act on it, don't be overcome by its comfort, pleasantness, and allure. But against all of this, how much better the consciousness of conquering it. Epictetus. Okay, so what this means to me is as I've been thinking about it, it has a lot to do with self-control. I think there's a lot of times in our life when we're just like we go on a whim, or we go on our emotions, or we do this or we do that because, hey, it might feel good right now, or we think it will be good, or it's going to taste good, it's going to be awesome, it's going to be the best thing ever. It's like candy for a diabetic. You know what I'm saying? I mean, a diabetic goes out and candy tastes great, right? And they eat it and eat it and they eat a lot of it. And all of a sudden they come back and they're just like, oh my gosh, my sugar's, so high. I got to take my insulin now. They feel horrible. They feel terrible after the fact, right? So what this quote, it really means to me is it's all about self-control. So what it's saying is if you were to exercise that self-control in those situations, you wouldn't have that end feeling of regret, shame, being sick. You wouldn't have to put up with any of those things had you just had the self-control to not do it in the first place. And so that's really what I think this quote is about. So how I think we can apply that to ourselves, as we've been learning here about, stoicism and being a stoic, those types of things, is that as we clear our minds and as we become more self-aware and we have our direction and we have our path in life, if we can stick and be steadfast to that path, be focused on that path and have self-control over that and not deviate from these little things that may sideline us or take our attention, squirrel, stuff like that. If we can stay focused and we can keep driving towards our goals and have the self-control to do that, then we will, one, be able to achieve our goals, number one. Number two, we will be able to get there more expediently. And number three, we won't have the upsets or the pain or suffering that comes from deviating from our focus, from our goals. So that's what I think this means. At least that's what it means to me. I'd love to have you read this quote, ponder it, and leave your thoughts and comments below this video. All right? I'd love to talk to you guys about it. Let's do that. All right? Let's have a good conversation about this quote today. All right. Until next time, we'll see you guys.